And good evening, obedience worldwide. All the obedience we greet you wherever on that day, make on take them from us. And some of our obedient members that are celebrating today and tomorrow, may God help you guys wherever you are, grant you mercy as it goes. So happy celebration to obedience, be it Muslims and the Christians that will join them in this celebration. We hail all of you that God will continue to guide and protect us. Amen. Today, we come back with plenty things where we say it happen because we want things where we say consign us to all obedience, make them for know how the thing they go. First, we get one big one where we say this European Union, they don't already talk say wetin INEC do for 25th of February as dem talk say e dey very very wrong. Na so dem take talk. But INEC don dey twist the thing to mean like say dem dey support them. But dem dey very very clear. So we go bring down the reactions of Nigerians wey be say dem don dey ban them, dey block them from IREF portal, from INEC website. Plenty of those things na dey for discussion today. So before we dive into that very one, I go wan give una the account of how the EU people take talk am before I go even get back to the studio. So make I start because we no get time to kill. We want go straight to the point. The European Union Election Observer Mission on the 2023 general election in Nigeria, then they call them EU EOM. Then declare yesterday, say February 25 presidential election get wuru-wuru there inside. Then call a multiple failures by the Independent National Electoral Commission. According to them, we be European Union people, they said the operational failures of the part of INEC were due to their operational deficiencies. Say their operation, they know sabi and well. And another one where they talk say lack of transparency, meaning say they no open all the talk where they talk, then come find out say na lie, na they lie, among many things. But you see INEC, as they do their thing, then just swiftly begin they react to waiting that report of European Union talk. INEC come begin to defend the conduct of the 2023 election. Come then insist, say, irrespective of the challenges, that there were many positives in the election. That's why they take talk. But the EU people no agree with that very one. The head of the delegation, will be Barry Andrews, told the newspaper for Abuja, for conference where they do, talk say, in their mission final report on the election, that election exposed enduring systemic weakness and therefore signal a need for further legal and operational reforms to enhance transparency, inclusiveness, and accountability. Now the grammar where the Barry Andrews will be saying, na him be the head of delegation, na so in take talk. Although in context say improvement need in the conduct of INEC election, especially for the deployment of technology where they can't use beavers do, said the thing. Now improvement to what they happen before. He talk say IREF where they bring now improvement for what INEC do before, so IREF. But then can't talk say the way we be say they no can show the whole things for the IREF, now it make them they talk say transparency no dey there. He, however, lamented that the 2023 general election did not ensure a well-run, transparent, inclusive, democratic process assured by INEC. Now, so they take talk and for the grammar where they there. They even add say INEC don't come out with they call public confidence and trust. He say it were the way he take talk and for the grammar. He say the public confidence and trust in INEC were severely damaged during the presidential poll and was not restored at the state level on March 18th, leading civil society organizations to call for an independent audit of the entire process. Well, my people, I go stop am for there. make I for come back to studio because person where they with me for studio na Angel. You follow me, they talk today, and we get Dr. Etel for Zoom. Angel, our people they wait for you.
Good day, my beautiful and fabulous, meaning Nigeria and obedient. Happy Salah to my brothers and sisters. Make una remember on our brothers and sisters when no get meat. You know, saying a big Salah be this. You chop small, you give your brother, give your sister. There is love in sharing. Welcome to today's own. Una don't hear waiting EU talk. Now still the same thing everybody they talk. Everybody see, even a 10 years old child, you know, even an old mama where they village, you know, old papa where they village, you know, even we be Nigerians, the obedient movement, the good Nigerian, we know. They know they use hand cover pregnancy. Now the thing where INEC people fail to understand. Say this generation tear eye, their eye tear reach back. But they never know. But now here now we go know say whether the judiciary, our hope go dash like INEC, abi our hope go still day where we put them. Because it is so glaring for everybody eye say the rigor. Even them wey be INEC no say the rigor. But the thing hook them, they don't know what thing they won't do again. But anyhow, welcome my people. Welcome. Una go also see the video. No be say talk, they talk. Video, you go here, you go see them. My producer help me put the video. Make our obedient people and we meaning Nigeria follow us here and see the thing.
There isn't a threshold where we say, well, I'm afraid this election has been so poor that we have no further interest in democratic governance or rule of law in Nigeria. And I think that would be a dangerous thing. And I've outlined my concerns generally that we are in a period of democratic recession across the world. Just 6% of people in the world live in free countries, according to the Democracy Index published by Freedom House. So the time for investing in election monitoring is even more profound and more urgent, in my opinion. In any case, the question of investing in democratic governance here in Nigeria is a matter for the EU delegation. And it's really important to remind you that this mission is separate from the delegation, which allows the delegation to be able to have their diplomatic relations with the government separate from the work that we carry out during the course of this mission. The process of the election itself is one component of the work that we carry out as a mission. We looked at all of the processes up to election day and subsequently. Election day itself, there were obvious shortcomings, and I've outlined them in the speech, and they're contained in the final report and feed into the recommendations. So, for example, I mentioned the fact that there was a lack of transparency around data in relation to the collection of PVCs. There should have been better distribution of sensitive materials and earlier distribution of sensitive materials. We should have had absolute real-time uploading of results, particularly the presidential results on the day of the election. And these shortcomings are laid out here. And it's not as if we are coming with any new standard. These are the standards that Nigeria has set for itself. So we bring these to light. It is for Nigerians themselves and all stakeholders in Nigeria to determine what their view is about their democratic institutions, about their political parties, about all the stakeholders that are taking part in elections here in Nigeria. We carry this out at your invitation, with your permission, and if you want to take that forward, we finish our work this Friday, and we hope that it has been some contribution to help the discussion and period of national reflection after the elections.
My people, una don't hear them. They say the election lacks transparency and trust. And wetin our principal they challenge, one of the things say the process where INEC promise us, they no follow. They promise us good and transparency and every goddamn thing. At the end, wetin they do ojoro. But they no say no be business as usual again. The thing where they promise us, wey make every obedient troops on that 25th February to come and vote for their own man, they no do am. No problem. Make we shift to Mr. Kanu. May we hear wetin Mr. Kanu has to say.
Okay, thank you. I think we don't see wetin that man will be the leader of that very delegation from the European Union. I want to add something where the man talk, and as he take talk am. He said, early in the process, while enjoying a broad stakeholder trust, INEC introduced a series of positive measures to strengthen the conduct of the elections. However, closer to the polls, some started to doubt INEC's administrative and operational efficiency, in-house capacity. Public confidence gradually decreased and was severely damaged on the 25th of February due to its operational failures and lack of transparency. While some corrective measures introduced before the March 18 election were effective, overall trust was not restored. Now so the man take talk. In further, they even talk, they go in talk say, the way we take explain them, that the bimodal voter accreditation system, BVAS, and the INEC result viewing portal, IREV, was widely seen as an important step to ensure the integrity and the credibility of the election. Make I stop am for here. I go follow this very IREV result issue, begin to come out from waiting these people talk. Now, this very IREV viewing portal where this man talk, say that it was widely seen as an important step to ensure the integrity and credibility of the election was compromised. Up till today, Nigerians are reacting to what is happening to IREV. How can you deny the people who brought their own money for IREV to function? You deny them access to viewing results. You block them from their Twitter and all the other handles. I don't understand. The question is, what is going on in IREV? So we'll be taking on several Nigerians who has taken to their blog to talk about this, and also go to Twitter and other social media platforms where they can expressly express themselves. So we'll be taking that. But before we do that, let's take our PO's tweet of how he wishes our brothers who are Muslims in this holiday time for them to be in good God blessing and all that. So his P2B's post started with, I urge the Muslim faithfuls who are celebrating the great feast of Eid al-Kabir to imbibe the spirit of love, brotherliness, and peaceful coexistence. Every faithful patriot must continue to serve God and country selflessly. Let us use this year's Eid al-Kabir festivities to engender the spirit of oneness and also rededicate ourselves to the virtues of love, patriotism, and unity for the desired national development. Eid al-Kabir gives us ample opportunity to appreciate our Creator, whose mercy and grace to us are enormous, even when we do not deserve them. Nigerian Muslims should use this solemn period of Eid al-Kabir to present Nigeria's discomforting situation to Allah for His prompt intervention. I urge Nigerians to devote themselves to the values that unite and bind all citizens in love. Let us permanently put behind all divisive tendencies. We should not despair and miss the essence and meaning of Eid al-Kabir festivities and the divine succor that it brings in assuring us that there is always a light at the end of every tunnel. A new Nigeria is possible. P.O. Yes, so now welcome back. So with that very one, we don't see how P.O. which even us inclusive, because all of us na God will dey serve. Now celebration time, some people can choose to celebrate during Christmas, some people can celebrate other time, but overall, all of us there for this thing. So now that we are moving forward, let's look at what is happening at IREV. But before we do that, I think Dr. Etel is on Zoom.
Yes.
Dr. Etel, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Before you came in now, we are talking about the public confidence that has decreased according to these EU people, where talk say INEC don't already shoot themselves for leg for what they do. That is the EU observers. That's what we started with. So I don't know if you have something to say there before I move on to what is happening with the citizens in Nigeria concerning IREV and all that.
It's obvious, unfortunately, not just the EU, the whole world thought that Nigeria would get it right this time around. But unfortunately, I mean, when the INEC chairman traveled to Chatham House in London, people were saying, what is he going to London to do? He should stay in Nigeria and conduct his own the election. He's the chairman. But other school of thought say, oh, it's good. It's because we are well prepared. The Chatham House is a place where people go globally to let the world know what they are ready to do. So it's more like the INEC chairman went to Chatham House to announce to the whole world that Nigeria is ready to get it right this time around. The whole world awoke, we are more like awake to the new beginning in Nigeria. You can imagine the kind of former presidents, international community that flew into Nigeria from the US, from the UK, from the European Union, from ECOWAS and what have you, from African Union. All of them came. They came with excitement. They came with joy. But do you know one thing? They all left quietly because INEC eventually disappointed them. And what Nigerians should know is that is also the perception they have about, should we bring our resources? Should we trust Nigeria now? Because it's like they have done promise and fail. So it is not just that the election was a mess. It was not just that the election was a disappointment. It's also, we should also begin to ask ourselves, what is the implication of these people? Because like our principal Peter B says, if you're going to call someone your excellency, the process must be excellent. If you're going to trust a country to do business with them, then the foundation under which the governance of that country is going should be found to be resting on a credible template. And that is what INEC has denied Nigeria. That's my own intake.
Okay, that's very good. I even want to tell you waiting that man talk. The man will be the head of their delegation. I won't quote him, make you for no waiting and talk. He said a critical failure in the entire election process manifested at the collation stage on 25th of February 2023 due to widespread disorganization, lack of adherence to the prescribed procedures, and an unsuitable environment. By the time of the declaration of the presidential results, 1/4 of the result forms were still missing from the IREV, and a significant percentage of the forms uploaded on are often needed for comparison with manual results were not legible. Make I just hold them. There are plenty things where the man talk, but waiting I they bring come, INEC they disagree with them because they come out, they talk waiting happen. That very process when no they correct. So now so the man take put them, I just
would disagree with everybody, every organization, every nation except themselves. They will only agree with APC. Remember what you just said now. The man said, according to the prescribed. So there is a prescribed format. There is a procedure that should be followed. It is not the end justify the means. It is the means that will determine what the end should be. And INEC admits at the collation center, as I kept saying in this place, they took us back to the same thing we have been complaining in 1963. We complained it again. In 1993 election, 1999 election, 2003 election, 2007, 2011, 2015, 2019, and 2023, we say we're going to cure it. And INEC said no. INEC of all people said no and took us back to that place. Go ahead.
Dr. Ete, let's move on. We have so many Nigerians that are currently vexing their bases for inside their Twitter and different other places about waiting to happen for IREV. And their verse be say IREV no work again. In terms of viewing the results, then before now when you go there, go talk say it's not on airboard. But now it be like say they completely. And then they talk say then they change the results for Abuja and some other places. So, and if you disregard these things where then they talk, no come from one person, no come from two persons. No, as a matter of fact, make we they show the people and how they take talk so that you feel react according to how they take talk. We start with this Archie. He say, dear at INEC Nigeria, report have it that your IREV has a new percentage for the presidential election result distribution, different from what is read prior to when you disable the site, especially for Abuja results. A party is gaining votes while another loses. Kindly explain. This one now for Abuja, so it take put them. Then make we see the next person so that you know go take you go, at least from 3 you go take them. So this one Peter Obi Stan reporter, he say it's more of a breaking news and that INEC is reposting results of Abuja IREV to give Tinubu 25% of total votes cast in Abuja, and he gives sign, and one of these things we don't even bring out, make we dey show, make we know how these things dey. This one is from Parallel Facts. IREV disable results. INEC tampering with evidence in FCT. If 25% in FCT was not mandatory in presidential election, why is the embattled INEC chairman Yakubu Mahmoud and his team trying to criminally give APC 25%? Make us stop here for now. Dr. Ete, get plenty people will be say their reaction. And when people for Nigeria don't begin their react like this, you go no say something there on. Another one there here, Oluchi General. Now, he say, I knew it. Another crime has been committed. I knew that this criminal organization, INEC, was up to something illegal. After I raised the alarm that INEC restricted views on FCT Abuja result, it appears that they are deducting LP scores to fill up APC scores in FCT to match up to the missing 25%. Now, she concluded that if 25% in FCT was not mandatory in presidential election, why is the embattled INEC chairman Yakubu Mahmoud and his team trying to criminally give APC 25%? Tell I beg, over to you. Make you do justice to this, because plenty people they talk about this thing.
Unfortunately, there are things that you hear sometimes and you say, this is a joke. But in Nigeria, nothing is a joke. Oh. From smoke, it becomes fire. Why I'm saying it is, did the INEC chairman, who is the head of INEC, forget that? Has he forgotten that the result of FCT, according to his allocation, which he claimed was the right thing, was declared to the hearing of the public at the International Conference Center? And that result, which he allocated to the parties then, which he's fighting to defend, that it has been carried by different media organizations and that the result is still online till date? That is one question. Now, you know what they say, that when someone lies, he has to lie to cover the other lie. I am not surprised. It is not impossible that they could be manipulating the result of the FCT and other places. The reason why I say so is because when it was hard for them, remember, there was a witness to PDP who used his mouth to say that he checked the beavers of FCT and that the content had been wiped. And what it means is that they can wipe it. After they have wiped it, they can now manually allocate numbers. But thanks goodness that we think you've wiped it. The only way you can wipe it is to pound it, to break it, to burn it. As long as a physical equipment it is there, someone who is an expert could still call up what is in it with respect to accreditation. But the whole thing goes to tell us, just like one of the Twitter handlers said, it's not mandatory. Why are they worried? Why are they manipulating the number? Can INEC tell us that almost after how many months, after election that held in February, March, April, May, June, after 4 months, that they are still collecting results, that they are still updating results, that they have not confirmed what is the final result? Is that why they are uploading blood results, so that they can do us the more you look, the less you see? But unfortunately for them, as I have always said, they didn't know that they are shooting themselves in the leg, because they have already certified the result they say they have, which has now been admitted in evidence in court. And the Labour Party, I believe, have their own agent's copy that they will bring forth later to match the blood result or to counter what INEC had given them. But that's to tell us that really INEC is struggling to cover up the mistakes they made. They cover up the intentional abuse of Nigerians in the process of this election. And I know that the judiciary, they're watching. I know that the lawyers, of the Labour Party, they are watching, they are hearing, and they know what to do. They're intelligent people. So I'm not bothered at all. Let them keep on messing. They are putting themselves into a bigger problem. They are shooting themselves in the leg the more. They are boxing themselves the more. INEC is doing themselves more harm than good by tampering with this evidence. Thank you.
Okay. What thing I go add for our people, make una no too panic, because as it take INEC don't already announce results, and the result where they announce, we know the percentage where they give Tinubu, at least for that very Lagos. At the end of the day, if any changes there, we go there. So we go there for long. No be say we go see something, we no go talk. We go talk, because now those talk we talk before, where INEC talk say they make them disregard us, say they go use IRF. If I recall, we talk say that no one show this thing if then they do the election, made the real time. We bring them up that time because we hear the mui from their mouth say they no go show presidential life. When we begin talk, and now the chairman come on, go talk, say no mind all these people in social media and all that. Come speak and for grammar, say nothing go happen. They can't undermine themselves. At the end of it, we see. So when I don't begin they scream like this, I know say something there inside. They do our own investigations. Even as soon as see for scream, he gets one man, will be Dr. Jeffrey Gotterman for Twitter. The man talk say them block him, INEC don't block him. Well, this one person will be say every time he dey talk say the thing will happen for the election no good. Even before the election, he talk many things. As on I see, if it no be say the man be Nigerian citizen, if it no, but if as on I see him, the INEC don't block him. And na so then they block other Nigerians. So wetin I dey ask be say, these people will be INEC, no be public trust them be, no be our money, then take the work. Why Nigerian citizen then go block them? Again, make I ask, whether law permit them for this IREV where we spend billions where they collect from us, law permit them say, we know if you go IREV, go see results. All this one are the question when I want ask. But it gets something when I want make I talk before we go, because we say we go make this thing very, very short. Before we go, it get one PDP chieftain where I like the talk when in talk certain time, and notwithstanding say na PDP, but he mentioned say LP do well for Lagos and other places, and as he take talk he just sweet me. Now that one I won't use make way for tidy the close, they pack this car, they come out for studio. But before we play that one, I want to invite on and make on a like and share this video. Make other people know say, as we come back for 3rd of July, where INEC they open their case. Now that time we go they hit them. We go they hit them. All these things where they come now, we go they hit them. Even I tell myself, tell me this one when we discuss. He give me the assurance, say, make I no worry. All this evidence where we don't pack go in. Say, once we come, anything where they adulterate or where they fake, they carry come. Now for their head, you go knock them. I be Dr. Ten, no be so you tell me.
Yes, so, and just before we go, I wanted to say something, please. Do we know that in law, what INEC is doing is called tampering with evidence? INEC is tampering with evidence. Why I say so is because whatsoever they have certified that has now been admitted in evidence in court, they cannot afford to change that particular thing they have already certified. Whether what they certified was wrong or right, it is no longer their duty to change it. It is their duty to keep fighting to defend it. And the duty of Labour Party to keep fighting to prove that INEC was wrong. That is why it was beautiful that all those certified copies of the document that INEC gave were admitted in evidence. Especially all those mutilated copies, blank copies. It was good for us that they were admitted in evidence. Because what it means now is that we are going to go back to court and prove that INEC had an intention to defraud Nigeria by doing what they have done. Now, by definition, it says tampering with evidence is regarded as any activity that destroys, modifies, conceals, or falsifies any type of evidence. Anything you do to destroy it, to modify it, to conceal it, meaning to hide it, or to falsify it, is called tampering. And in Nigeria, you could go to jail for at least 7 years for it. And so let INEC keep on indicting themselves. I want obedience wherever you are to be happy with yourself because of what our principal has done for us by leading us to the pool and we voted for him. And what the lawyers are doing to make sure that that mandate is not lost. And as Chidi is saying, when we come back from 3rd of April, I can tell you INEC is sweating because there is no single question that the Labour Party lawyers will ask them during the cross-examination that they will have answer to give. Whatsoever answer they give will be a shot in their leg. They cannot defend the blank script, and they cannot deny that they did not do it. So I want us to be upbeat. In fact, let us get ready, because what we have done in the 3 weeks was a warm-up. What we are going to do going forward was the real action. Thank you.
Okay, we don't hear as intake tell me the thing. Now the thing suits my mind. So my people, make una like, share this very video, make other people know say we all don't take notice of the issue of the 25% for Abuja and the IREV matter, and also the observation where the European Union observers for the election, as in talk say INEC no do well. We just want bring and make una share this video, make everybody know say e dey okay. Now the most thing wey you fit do for P2B now, when we broadcast the thing, make you share others, make other obedience get hope. That's why the program be Hope Alive. So with that very one, make we just show this video of this very few seconds. Somebody will just, when I look the video, it will make me happy. Maybe the thing also fit make you happy. With that one, will Angel will help us close them. So let's see the video.
These questions might come up. In Lagos, our situation room record shows that Labour Party has 983,069. PDP has 101,039 votes. APC has 155,001.
My people, a new Nigeria is possible. INEC don't wear shame like badge. I hope say they like them because the badge is big. See what they did. Even this Lagos self, we beat them more than 900 and something. Because he reached 1 point something million. Now we get for that Lagos. Because now that Lagos self, now the team, that is, we beat the Shege, Banza. But no problem. Everybody they see him. Everybody they see him. As Mr. Kanu normally say, we and PDP get something in common. We get so small thing in common. Everybody, even PDP and APC, know say we won this election. But INEC with their shame, they no agree. But they go agree by fire by force, because the judiciary must do the needful. The judges must write their name in gold, because for future sake, their children and great-grandchildren, make shame no kill them. Because no matter the amount of money we pay, okay, see INEC chairman, he don't carry all the whole 300 billion. We no even see him. Where in there? No happiness, no peace of mind. My people, till in the evening, we will go come again. Dr. Tell, thank you so much. God bless you. My people, like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much. Till we see you in the evening. Have a nice day. Bye.